Calm, steady at rest, not showing or feeling nervousness, anger, or other emotions. Peaceful, serene. Yo. Yo. Yo. I think I need an interlude. Have it stand out the way my hats do, yeah. My student loans are way past due. Hey, I got the money, but I spend it like a fool, yo. I spend it, that's the truth. I spend it to be true to this hip-hop game, yo. I gotta be cool, but that's not me. That's not you. So you're sold for some likes and some views. Yo, what happened to the music? What happened to the tunes? What happened to the love? What happened to my boo? But that's another storytelling in my room. Babysitter for my thoughts, cause the temple is my doom. On the beat, I roam like my first time driving up the bricks. You goon, don't need to be wild and you'll be dead quite soon. Yo, life is a drug that we have to consume. But this is just a just a interlude. Go ahead, get up, get some food. Come back real quick, it's all cool. Cause the vibe keeps on growing, that's the truth. But this is just a interlude. Go ahead, get up, get some food. Come back real quick, it's all cool. Yeah, it's all cool. Yeah, I'm faded. No, I'm not. And every day it's happy belated to me. I give thanks to this beat. Black eyed peas, I'm a beat. Killing shows, killing flows, I'm in sync. Ready or not, niggas steady. Heads nod. Oh my god, I am so odd. We go together, two peas in the pod. If you don't feel the flow, should I jump in the pond? Yeah. I right my wrongs all through these songs. I wonder if they hear it, will they sing along with me? Cause honestly, I feel like a dying breed. Cause these days I just kick back like a high school party. Where the weed at? A cop flash, man, everybody dash. But here, pull a career from this top hat. And if the shit doesn't match, then you put it right back. That's a fact, can't conquer unless you attack. It's a cold-blooded world and everybody wants a pass. And I just want the last laugh. But oh man, until then, y'all enjoy this jam. This is just a interlude. Go ahead, get up, get some food. Come back real quick, it's all cool. Cause the vibe keeps on growing, that's the truth. But this is just a interlude. Go ahead, get up, get some food. Come back real quick, it's all cool. Yeah, it's all cool. Mr. San Diego chillin' with a couple villains, killing all this time just to finally bust a rhyme. Everything gon' be alright.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Damn.
So when are you going to do it?
Hmm?
You know, tell Mom.
I don't know. I was thinking on the way to school.
Quel cappello leggero galante.
And this guy in front of me was just blabbing on and on about the cost of avocados, and I was just
I'm
ready
gay.
to just...
Hey, Mom. You're kind of drifting. Mom? Mom!
And that, dear brother, is how we all wind up dead.
Well, let's not just get carried away. I mean, it's just Mom. And besides, you have a better idea?
A presentation.
Brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color.
Mom and Dad, you may have noticed in our time together that I'm not like other boys. Well, I've been doing some thinking. Wait, go back. Pretend you didn't see that. Recipe for disaster.
Fine. What sort of master plan do you have then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll tell Dad first.
Are you serious?
Quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più.
Dad, I'm gay.
Son, I love you for who you are. And thank you so much for telling me first and trusting me enough.
All right. Delle belle turbando al riposo, ma ci sei quattro cibo d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo.
Oh, yeah, maybe not that.
You think? I don't know. Maybe try one of those fancy cliches or something.
Cliche?
Quei penachini, quel cappello.
That's never going to work.
And why not?
I knew he was lying about working that overtime. Dougie, how can you do this to me?
Are you kidding me? Now you're just being ridiculous. This is a big deal, Gabriel, and you're treating it like it's nothing.
Well, maybe if you're a little bit more helpful, it wouldn't be so damn hard. I mean, what am I supposed to do anyway? Like, oh, hey, Mom, how's it going? By the way, your son's gay.
Yeah, and the sky is blue. Checkmate.
Al riposo, ma ci sei quattro cibo d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo.
You know, each little star in the sky is really just another universe. When they twinkle, it's the star saying hi.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my grandpa told me.
I built a fort too when I was a kid. When I was in there, it made me feel like I was in another world.
What do you mean?
It was so beautiful. They had beautiful flowers, beautiful people, and the place was dazzling. And the people treat you like you was at home. There was no strangers. We ran through giant fields that never seemed to end. And I remember we found this little cabin that was so small, but on the inside, it was a dazzling palace.
Who did you go with? You said we.
My friend Adela gave this to me when I was your age.
It's pretty.
It's yours.
Do you really think your grandpa's fort took him to all those places?
I think so.
How do you know?
Do you see that? See what? Those trees over there. What's that?
I don't know.
Where'd you get the flower? You're not from here. You shouldn't have come.
Who are you?
Adela.
Is that you? With Papa Carlo?
You look like him.
He's older now, but you're still a kid.
We age with the land here, and the land never changes.
Why didn't you come back with him?
I couldn't. Many may enter, but only one can return. That's how it works here.
Then why didn't both of you guys just stay here forever?
Yeah, it's all so perfect.
He always had the biggest smile on his face when he was with his family. I didn't want to take him away from them.
So then we have to pick?
Yes.
How do we get back?
The same way you came.
This is it!
What do we do?
Picture it. Picture the person you're sending back.
Leo. Anna.
Adela?
Okay, are they closed?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I want you to focus. All right, everything we've been training for has led up to this moment. All right, nothing else matters, but right here, right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Open up. Why are you laughing? You're supposed to focus. Okay, ready?
You messed up.
Did not.
Did too. You're not very good at slide.
You know, you really shouldn't say things like that. It's not very nice.
Yes, I know that it's a good university, but you're my daughter, and I don't want you going to school in that neighborhood. Why not? Did I ever tell you I almost got jumped there? You walk off campus, and it's nothing but a bunch of brothers who would like nothing more than to... Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry, Stacy, but I'm not paying for it. We'll talk about this later.
Ellie, we gotta go.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Fine.
You ready for another race? Oh, you seem pretty confident. Okay. I see how it is. You ready? Set. Thank you.
Well, you still aren't very good at slide.
Hi.
Hello.
My name's Jim.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
So you guys just out here playing?
Yep. She wanted to go to the park, so here we are.
So you're just babysitting, or?
Yeah, I guess you could say something like that.
So is she like a family friend or something?
Actually, she's my sister.
Is that right? Is he really your brother?
Why do you feel the need to ask her? You don't believe me?
Just let her answer the question.
I just answered for her.
Sorry I'm late.
Hey, Mom. You have a good time today? Yeah? Alright, good. Here you go. Have a nice day.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
Stacy?
you're eating natural, you're eating something that's coming out of the soil within days of picking. We grew up on the farm. We learned how to eat as a very young age, the right thing. Maybe we didn't know it was the right thing then. Seeing my mom at 84 years old and still not on any kind of medication, as far as we know now, it was the perfect thing to eat, which was all the vegetables grown there at the ranch. My dad started it with my mom. From there, his sons expanded off of that, where it's my brother's second generation going into place.
My mom grew up at the New Roots in City Hall on 54th Street. So she's not the only one with this greens. She has her friends. So they told her, can you sell it for us? So that's how they combine the produce together to sell.
We are not certified organic, but we do practice it. We start with the soil with not using any chemicals or pesticides on it to begin with.
You have a lot of people coming, they don't know between organic and pesticides, so they'll be like, how come this has spotty and how come this one has dots on it? And I try to explain we don't spray them or we don't put chemicals to it. So that's how I explain to the community that this is organic.
Even though we live here where the weather is year-round gorgeous, but there's still some certain things that we can't grow at certain times. We just eat off of what we grow. We live off of what is here in the farmer's market. And whatever is not, we try to get it from another source where it's locally grown. Because not only do you're supporting your California, but you're also eating better because it's not coming from somewhere far where it's been refrigerated and lost all its vitamin, all its nutrients that it has to offer for your body.
같이 경쟁하면서 나가는 거고 저는 저대로 우리 손님들 서비스 계속 해나갈 거고 또 제 본심 그대로 모든 사람을 사랑으로 또 정성으로 그렇게 우리 손님들을 맞이하고 싶어요. 끝까지. How are you? Welcome.
나는 샌디에고에서 운전 교수밖에 하고 있었어요. 한국 사람들. 그리고 교통위반자 학교하고 같이 겸하고 한국 사람으로서 샌디에고는 제가 했죠. 물론 어려웠죠. 맨 처음 한 가게를 시작해가지고 10년 동안은 그냥 먹고 사는 거지. 쉽게 말하자면 데일리 라이프야. 그러면서 1800년대 이제 불경기를 맞아가지고 굉장히 힘들었지. 힘들었었는데 우리가 크리스피 크림이 들어서 문을 닫게 되면은 쟤네들이 더 좋아지니까 동네 사람들이 그걸 원하지 않아요. 미국 사람들 이상하지? 그래서 이제 우리를 지금 많이 도와주고 있어요. 그래서 전회복이 됐다는 거야.
저희가 계속 비어 있으니까 무엇이 들어올까 하고를 걱정하다가 어떤 분이 maybe 어쩌면 이태리 식당에 들어올 거다. 그래서 이태리 식당 괜찮네요. 이제 이러는데 어떤 손님이 아니다. 이태리 식당이 아니라 저 크리스피 크림이 들어온단다. 그래서
And it's really not a battle, you know. It's two different type donuts. Just to familiarize yourself, Sesame Donuts is a raised donut, and Krispy Kreme's is a novelty. It's like going to a novelty store somewhere you don't go all the time, but it's nice to be in every once in a while. Sesame Donuts has become a way of life in this community. On their anniversary, the 27th year in business, the public responded. So social media said that they would come out And they did. That day, Sesame made 20,000 donuts, which is as much as any big box store donut place. So this small store can handle large volumes. That means the public came out, they said they would, and they did. They responded.
만약에 저게 다른 불하게 생겼다면 이렇게까지 저기 하지는 않았을 텐데 바로 코앞에 같은 파킹랏에 여니까 저보다도 손님들이 더 이상하게 생각하는 거죠.
So we were at practice and they told us about the upcoming performances and all that we're going to be doing. He said we're going to be doing the flash mob over here at Sesame. I didn't know why at the moment. But when I found out why, I was just like shocked. Yeah, like Liz said, the big corporations coming in and trying to kick out the little corporations. To me, it's just like, that's bullying.
The love that the community has for them is sometimes overwhelming for them. They don't know how to accept it. Big box store versus a little mom and pop shop, which one of the reporters called it David and Goliath.
This is me, Brian, and right now I'm in my English writers class. You know, there's really no problem with that except for I'm dyslexic. To start off, dyslexia is a disorder. It causes difficulty with reading or interpreting letters or symbols. In the United States, it is estimated that 1 in 10 people have dyslexia, equaling about 40 million people. This is a large number compared to the estimated 2 million people that know about their dyslexia. But if you are one of the 9 others that doesn't have dyslexia, this is how our brain works. We would take a word like film and flip the I and the L, or take a word like photo and spell it with an F. We couldn't tell you why the word super only has 1 P in it, or really which goes where. A lot of the time, these challenges can add up and make simple life tasks very difficult. So I went to find help, and that's when I met Rachel. Rachel is a teacher that teaches dyslexic students the English language in a way that they can comprehend. She took time out of her schedule to come do an interview with us.
Okay, my name is Rachel Herman. I'm a licensed educational therapist and I work with students who have learning disabilities. I've actually spent my whole life in education, over 20 years in education. For many years I taught college level humanities courses, and I also homeschooled my 3 boys, and that's really where my career took a turn. I have a son who has dyslexia and went undiagnosed for years in the public school system. We tried a lot of different things that didn't work for him until we really discovered that dyslexia was his challenge, because he was always very bright and yet he continued to struggle in school, particularly in reading and writing tasks.
You hear that story of her son? That's the same story as me and everyone else I know.
One of the things that's really difficult about the way that special education is set up in the public school system is that frequently, in order for a student to qualify for assistance in special education, they have to show a pattern of failure over a long time. So that can be difficult for our students. Oftentimes, parents and teachers as well will see warning signs that a student is struggling, but unless a student is demonstrating a certain level of need or a certain level of consistent failure, then oftentimes that student will get missed by the special education testing and will not be identified early on. So we really do want to have universal screenings for students, particularly in kindergarten and first grade, and that's one thing that the International Dyslexia Association, of which I am a member, is fighting for in schools in California. We want to see that screening happen because we can often identify students before they get to a level of failure with their language processing, with their reading and writing. But for many of our students, that's not the case, and particularly for our average to high intelligence students in the public school system, they often develop very good coping skills because these kids are bright, and so they will frequently not be identified until 3rd or 4th grade when the avalanche of new vocabulary sort of engulfs them with regards to language processing, and they can't keep up anymore using coping skills like whole word visual memory or skills that might involve trying to understand the word, figure out the word from context, or looking at the pictures. So that doesn't work once you are in chapter books and you no longer have those external cues.
What Rachel just said was very important. As a dyslexic student, we don't learn how to spell in traditional ways. For us, every letter in the word needs to be memorized in the correct order because we've never been able to use spelling rules. That's why I always get the first 3 letters in because correct, but scramble the rest in any way I want. It's about the same when we are reading. A dyslexic student will look at the first few letters and the last few letters and determine what the word is. Life being dyslexic is only hard if you make it hard. We all try to find advantages in our disability, or just not let it hold us back at all.
My name is Surah Hussain. I'm 17 years old and I live in San Diego, California. I was born in the United States. My parents came here from Somalia seeking a new life. A group of East African teens got together and decided it would be interesting to learn about our culture, food, traditions, and religion. So we decided to produce a documentary film that explores our journey behind the lens. We definitely love our food, so we jumped into the kitchen to see what it takes to make sambusa.
Sambusa is a typical dish where Somali people eat during the month of fasting. Also during holidays, it's just a special dish that we eat. You can put chicken, you can put meat, you can have a vegetable in it. It depends on like what you like. Somali food is like strong, like it's gonna be passed down from generation to generation. I think that's one thing that's gonna happen. I know a few people that we came at the same time, you know, and they still speak the language. They still, you know, are holding on to their culture. But at the same time, there's other people that came at the same time, but they don't know the language anymore. They don't know the culture anymore.
Our language is learned from the generation before us. Some of us are fluent, but yet some of us are still learning the language.
It was always oral language and passed it on generation to generation, and that's not the case right now. And that's the difficulty we're facing right now. They have not enough time that they are at home or there's no institution. That's only 2 major things that a language depends on. I don't think Somali language is dying in US. For one thing, Somali is a communal. They come together.
Many East Africans fled their homeland due to the conflicts in the region.
We came here from after the collapse of the last Somali regime. Many of us came from different parts of the world. Some of them came from Kenya, the Middle East, Asia. So we came here not only to adapt to new countries, customs, and tradition and politics, but also deal with the urban environment that was very violent at that time, in my time in the 90s. At the beginning, you deal with the same cultural shock you have dealt with when you first came to the States. In the States, you come here and you're in high school or middle school, you deal with a lot of cultural shocks. People make fun of you, call you the African monkey, and you deal with the skinnies. Over there now, when you go there, you call them different names, because now you find them strange. You find your own people strange, when you found it strange when you first came to the States. So it takes time to adjust back between those two faces.
Allahu Akbar.
Many East Africans are Muslims, meaning we follow the religion of Islam based on the Quran. Muslims consider the Quran to be the verbatim word of God as revealed to the Islamic prophet and messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I learned my faith as if though it was a lifestyle to me. Every day I would wake up in the morning, follow the procedures that any other Muslim would follow here in America or around the world. I would pray 5 times a day and follow the teachings my mother and father would bring to me. I feel like me and my fellow Somali teens, we do want to embrace Somali culture, because if we don't preserve it, then who will? Because we are the next generation to follow. And I feel like if we're not the ones to preserve it, it will go to waste. And I feel like that's just going to be a waste for the whole Somali community.
It's a culture that needs us to study it more, analyze it more, from artifactual to everything, to produce it to the world, to teach the world. So I'm very proud indeed of it, that the historical aspect, as it's presented today, it's very minimal. But it's up to us to produce it more, analyze it more, and make sure that the world learns a positive view of the Somali culture in general.
My name is Lukman Hay, and I am Somali living in San Diego.
My name is Mohammed Aden. I'm Somali and I live in San Diego. I'm Anis Noor, and I'm a Somali living in San Diego.
Hi, my name is Omer Abdi. I'm a Somalian living in San Diego.
My name is Omar Musa, and I'm a Somalian in San Diego.
My name is Muhammad Ali, and I am a Somalian living in San Diego.
Now you have seen, heard, and tasted Somali culture. Ma'salam.
When I am unmedicated, I change. I would say I'm not myself, but honestly, I'm the true essence of who I am. My broken brain revealed and displayed on a broken face. My mind is loud and bustling, constantly screaming at me and all the things wrong with me. My eyes become sunken and tired, exhausted from just existing and breathing. And no amount of makeup or wide smiles can change it, but I try anyways. I am weighed down, but I never realized that before I started taking medication. Before, it was normal, how I thought everyone worked on a daily basis. That it was something unbearable for me that other people were easily able to deal with. But for some reason, I was incapable of doing that. I was never motivated to do anything but sleep, eat, stare at the ceiling, and feel a hollowness inside of my chest. And I thought that I would be fine, that I could just figure it out. But it just kept getting worse. A little over 2 months ago, I was prescribed antidepressants, and things slowly improved. But if I ever stopped taking them, I returned back to the way I was before, except now it becomes suffering. It feels amplified, and I can barely gather enough energy to open my eyes or my mouth to form words. This footage was filmed on one of those days. I was surprised I was able to drag myself out of bed and even film this, let alone do my makeup, considering I had been unmedicated for 3 days. I tried to replicate how I lived before the medication, which seems like so long ago now. It may seem like a simple task, but when depression clouds your life, nothing is simple. Everything is a chore. But sometimes I don't want to live every day taking pills. I just want to live like other people with healthy mental stability. And if I take my pills for a long enough period of time, I wonder if I'm pretending that I'm sick, that it's all in my head or a figment of my overactive imagination, like everyone said. But it isn't. Yes, it is in my head and causes me to be easily confused and distorts my reality. But it's still part of who I am. An illness that's grown up with me, passed down from previous generations, an unwanted heirloom. I am mentally sick, but it shouldn't be seen as something terrifying or off-putting. It's just another part of me you've come to learn. But you'll never fully know the depth of my illness, since it's unlikely I'll be unmedicated again anytime soon or feel the need to describe in depth what living with depression is like. I've heard criticisms of antidepressants, people claiming it creates a false happiness, but this false happiness is the most of anything I've felt in months. And if this is fake and my mental illness is supposedly what's real, then I'm not sure I'm able to live in a reality suffering with a sick brain, but pretending to have a healthy one.
This is a story of 17-year-old Frida who attends high school and lives in the United States. Her parents were deported to Mexico while riding the trolley during Operation Stone Garden. She then moved in with her grandparents, and every weekend she visits her parents. After visiting her parents, Monday mornings she wakes up extra early to cross the border to make it to school on time. Traveling from her parents' house to the border takes 1 hour.
De un pollito del sur que quería cruzar al norte con la iguana y la avestruz.
Frida is usually harassed by the U.S. Customs for many reasons.
What were you doing in Mexico?
Visiting my parents.
Why do they live in Mexico?
Because they got deported.
Why don't you live in Mexico with them?
Because I am a U.S. citizen. I live with my grandparents and attend high school.
Her family doesn't have enough income to afford a monthly pass, so Frida can only afford a one-way ticket. She stops to make sure all of her homework is there. When a police officer approaches her to check her pass, he harasses her and states that her ticket is no longer valid since it's a one-way.
I'm sorry, I just stopped to check my backpack.
Do you have anything illegal in your backpack?
No, just my books. I'm on my way to school.
I'm going to check your backpack and make sure you have nothing illegal.
It's just school materials.
Leave the premises before I give you a fine. Your ticket is no longer valid.
Alex noticed that Frida was being harassed, so when the officer left, he helped pick up her belongings. Alex asked her if she was okay and let her know that he's been in the same situation, so she wouldn't feel alone. They both couldn't afford to ride the bus to school, so they walked 14 blocks. When they arrived to school, they see Miss Gonzalez and explain to her what had just happened.
I'm tired of being harassed by the police.
If we had a bus pass, we would have never got harassed.
We wouldn't have to worry about walking so many blocks and being late to school if we had a bus pass.
I agree. We have to do something about it. The next day, Miss Gonzalez organized a student meeting to aboard student issues in public transportation. It is very important that we know our rights. No one can search your bag or backpack without your consent. Saying no doesn't mean you have something to hide. If a police officer harasses you, you have the right to report them by taking their name and badge number.
Let's create a campaign to inform others about their rights.
We should propose free bus passes for low-income students.
I think we all agree. Let's work together in the student transportation campaign.
The students and teacher decided to create a campaign to inform other students of their rights and to stop police harassment in public transportation areas. Don't stop me, I'm on my way to school. And free education, but I can't afford a bus pass. The next day, they wore their shirts and passed out flyers at trolley stations and bus stops, hoping that the students and community can make a difference to stop police harassment and to have free bus passes for low-income students.
Esta es la triste historia de un pollito del sur que quería cruzar al norte con la iguana y la avestruz. A la mitad del camino se encontraron a un coyote de colmillos afilados, ya no salieron del monte. Ay, que sufran los pollitos, ay, qué dolor me da, que se salgan de su tierra sin poder regresar.
Türkiye doğası inanılmaz güzel bir ülke. Türkiye tarihi yerleriyle gerçek bir kültürel mozaik. Türkiye yemekleri inanılmaz sağlıklı güzel, iştah açıcı ve mutluluk verici. Türkiye gerçekten de çok özel bir ülke. Yemekleri, iklimi, doğası, tarihi, en önemlisi coğrafik konumu. Dünyada Asya'nın ve Avrupa'nın bir araya geldiği, birleştiği, aynı anda Asya ve Avrupa kıtasının birlikte olduğu tek ülke. Belki bu nedenle de bütün özellikleri hem Asya'nın özelliklerini taşıyor hem Avrupa'nın özelliklerini taşıyor. Hem çok otantik bir ülke hem çok modern bir ülke. Yemekleri çok güzel, inanılmaz sağlıklı. Bugün dünyada bütün sağlık koçlarının en fazla tavsiye ettiği yemek stili zaten Türkiye'nin normal doğal yemek stili. San Diego Amerika'nın batısında yer alıyor. Türkiye'de benim doğduğum şehir İzmir de Türkiye'nin batısında yer alıyor. Ben San Diego'ya taşındığımda inanılmaz şaşırdım. Beni en çok şaşırtan şey de iki şehrin benzerliği. İnanılmaz birbirine benziyor. Ben San Diego'dayken kendimi doğduğum, büyüdüğüm şehirde İzmir'de hissediyorum.
Hey! Hey! Who's there?
J'ai perdu mon père. Je sais pas quoi faire. Est-ce que tu peux m'aider?
Who are you?
Je l'ai perdu.
Okay, spreken ze English, right?
Il faut m'aider de trouver mon papa. Je dois le trouver. Je dois trouver mon papa. S'il te plaît, je l'ai perdu.
Your dad, right? You're a papa.
Mon papa.
Look at this. I got a busted leg. I gotta help you, you gotta help me, okay? You understand? English, where I need fire. You know fire? Okay. You know, fire. We need to make a fire, okay? Now, I'm gonna start building everything here. You bring wood and we'll light a fire, okay? Thank you.
Je peux vous aider?
What's that?
Partir.
Ow, hey!
Voilà. Tu peux marcher?
Huh?
Marcher.
What? Walk?
Marcher.
Can I walk?
Oui, marcher.
Pull me up. Up. Ah. Ah. Yeah, wait. Hold on.
Ça va?
Yeah. Oh, we got a clearing here. It's getting late. We gotta.
On doit dormir?
We need to camp out here.
Ok, je m'arrête.
No, I just need to make sure. Ow! Damn. Need to find out where we're at. Here, hold on to that. No. No. God dang it. Here, hold this. Gotta figure out. Can you do? Jesus Christ. Can you put the red on the red? Okay, like that. Hold that, please. Please. Por favor. Here, hold this. Huh?
T'es tout rouge.
Okay. We're right here, and the freeway is over there. We're gonna get your dad, okay? Your papa.
Oui, papa.
We need to camp here.
Oui. Moustique!
What?
Il y avait un moustique.
Mosquito?
Oui, un moustique qui pique.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you got a mosquito right there, too. What are you... Seriously? Thank you very much. My God.
Ça va?
Yeah, look what I found.
C'est quoi?
Cards.
Mais c'est quoi? Cards.
You know magic? Magic.
Oui, magie.
Yeah, magie. Pick a card, any card. Okay, do you get what? Look at with the card, okay? Okay, now put it back in here. Put that card in here, anywhere. All right. Got it. Ready? Is that your card? No, that is your card.
No.
No, that's your card.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
That's your card.
No.
This is not your card.
This is not my card.
No, this is your card. Yes, it's your card. You know what? Forget it. You gotta go to bed, okay? Good night, little man. Damn it. I don't know where we're at. We came from there, and now we're here. Yeah. So I think we're going that way. Oh man. Damn it. Somewhere around here. Where you going, kid?
Là-bas! La ferme! C'est là-bas! La ferme là-bas!
A lot of time, people do not know who you are, so you do not have a credit history. You never had a job in the United States. So although you had the money in hand, people would very reluctant to actually let you get access to their location. I even have people come into my house. So I can tell you the place that I'm staying right now, at least I've had about 100 refugees passing through. Well, I came to the United States a few years back, about 7 years ago. And well, actually, when I entered the United States, I came as a refugee myself. And so from there, I've tried to navigate into the system. So, when you move from one place to another one, it kind of like you start from, from zero.
Non, il y a cadre de charité te aider nous. Kounya, yo dit non, yo pas capable aider nous encore. Et nous kounya nous pas notre travail. Nous pas comment on va le faire pour nous toujours payer ça. Non, pendant ce temps même nous pas rien que pour nous d'avoir chercher caille pour compte nous parce que ici tu vas chercher caille pour compte parce que yo te aider nous kounya dit non pour nous dégager nous pour nous capables faire ça ou non faire parce que nous pas gain pas sous solution encore.
From my perspective, most of the issue is not so that there isn't enough houses that people can live, but there isn't enough accessible housing for people, low-income people, and also immigrants. Our philosophy is pretty basic. We aim to help as much we can and anyone that needs help. And when you do help, you become someone very important in someone's life just because you did a little small thing to change their circumstance.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Kalani. Now today, we're going to be making ramen with about $2 worth of ingredients. First, you're going to need some ramen noodles. You got negi, corn, hard-boiled egg, Naruto maki. Well, for you anime fans out there, you got your Naruto Shippudens, you know? Anyways, moyashi, and optional $2 extra more, chashu. Now first of all, you're going to want to take your noodles out of your packet and just put it in some boiling water for about 3 to 5 minutes, stirring occasionally, you know? But at the same time, I recommend that you heat up and boil some other extra water, because as soon as you put it inside your bowl, you're going to want to pour some hot water in there to keep it warm and to keep it fresh and cool while you put in your packets and your other stuff and all your assortments and stuff. And at this point, I recommend that you already have cut up your vegetables. It's really quick, just thinly sliced noodles. If you want to see some of this, we cut up the negi, the green onion, and everything should be done. And now we're going to start transferring it over to the sink so we can rinse out the noodles and we can drain it and get it ready to put inside the bowl. You're going to put it in, you're going to drain it, you're going to put the pot back, and you're going to let it rinse a bit. You're going to rinse it up a bit. Got to make it so it's a bit softer, it's a bit colder, it's a bit cooler. You're going to rinse it a bit more. That should be good because you want it nice and warm. And you're going to let it sit there for a bit so it lets it cool down and let's get all the water out, the excess water, and we're going to let it sit there for about a minute and we should be good. Now that you have your noodles, your hard-boiled egg, and all your vegetables cooked up, we're going to put in the little spices that they put inside the packaging of the noodles. All inside there. And you're going to take your 2 cups of hot boiling water, put it in there as well. And now you're going to start stirring it because you want it to be nice and stirred. And we're going to start putting in the noodles. Put them in. You're going to want to stir it some more because you want to get all the flavor into the noodles still. Once the noodles are stirred, we're going to put in our ingredients. I'm first going to put in the egg because I like the egg putting in first. Next, we're going to put in our corn. We're not going to put in all of it. Well, I should probably put all of it. Next, we're going to put in some moyashi. You guys are going to put it all in. Next, you're going to put in your green onion. And finally, you're going to put in your Naruto maki. Just 2 little pieces right there. And for those who follow along with the putting in of the meat, we're going to put in our chashu in now. Just dip it in the water because it tastes really good. And pretty much, you're finished. All that's left to do is eat. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and that's how to make ramen in about $2 to $4. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Andrew D, and this is How to Animate. I specialize in art. I do traditional art, digital art, and of course animation, which is what I'm going to teach. I know animation may be hard, but with these basic steps, you can accomplish any animation you ever dreamed of. When doing animation, you must have the tools necessary to create one. Make sure you have a very good computer inside your house with a lot of RAM. You also need a welcome drawing tablet. Lastly, you need an animation program. For now, I'm using Photoshop and After Effects. Character design. When doing a character design, make sure it is as simple as possible. Do not make your character too complicated and do not make your character too realistic. I mean, like, who wants to animate this? Okay, so we know that simple is better than realistic. Let's do a simple character called Tristan. Now in Photoshop, before you do any other animation, make sure to sketch the background first. By sketching your background, you will save yourself a lot of time. This is because the background is stable and you don't have to change anything to it. Now for animation. For animation, we are doing the traditional method, which is a hand-drawn way of doing drawings over a layer and over another layer. This is what used to simulate motion. This is used commonly in early Disney films. Okay, this is where the magic happens. Open up After Effects, import your Photoshop files, and change the opacity level for every single picture inside that timeline. Make sure it disappears and make sure it reappears, almost just like a flip note. Let's see how we did.
Hey, you!
Me?
Yeah, you! Do you want to be creative?
I guess so.
Wait! Before you can be creative, you have to follow these 4 steps. When it comes to being creative, everyone has a passion. Don't know yours? Try reading. The best way to discover what makes you happy is to learn what makes other people happy. I mean, if you don't have a passion, you're basically an empty shell with no joy whatsoever. A key factor in being creative is finding inspiration. The best way is to look around. I mean, isn't it beautiful here? Well, mostly. One of the most important things to remember is that creativity takes time. Don't get frustrated if progress is slow. Just focus and breathe. This next step might be difficult, but you need to listen to other people's opinions.
Hey guys. What do you guys think?
Wow, that's so great.
Of course, they might not all be nice.
All it says is idea.
Your point?
It can't just be idea, dude. It has to be more than that. You need to be creative. He does have a point.
I guess you're right.
The final step is that you...
Hold up.
What?
You said there were only 4 steps.
No, I didn't.
But it says right here in the script.
If you follow these steps and remember to practice, you'll be able to fulfill your creative desires.
Yeah!
Hi, I'm Arman Mumtaz. I'm in the 10th grade and I'm a 2D visual art major. I would say that the art medium I use most is pen and marker. A lot of times I'll also include acrylic paint in my backgrounds, but I definitely want to start painting more so that I can get that a traditional skill refined and pretty much mastered by the time I'm into college. For me, the process of making an art piece is really frustrating at first, so I'll usually take a bunch of inspiration photos from online or from social media, and then I'll kind of try to combine them in my mind, and I'll just sketch things over and over again until I reach an image that I like, that I find aesthetically pleasing and cohesive. I started drawing when I was really young, getting really into like cartoon and anime, and that was kind of when I started. I wanted to draw what was like on the TV, and that was when I first started getting really into drawing. I think that my background from being half Mexican and half Pakistani has influenced my art a lot, and especially in terms of the traditional fashions of each culture, because both include such intricate detailing and beading and jewelry and a lot of attention to the artistic aspect of life. I would say that most of my career options in my mind for the future are definitely centered around art. My ideal future and my ideal career would be to be an art professor or teacher while also being a gallery artist and selling my art and showing it in exhibitions. That way I get like a stable job but also get to do art for fun. I think that art makes society a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting, and it provides a relief for everyone. Today, being an artist, although it's tough, is easier than ever, mostly because of social media and the internet. In today's world, an artist can really find their own fan base and get a lot more fans a lot faster than they could probably in the past. So I think that's what's convenient, and I think as long as you know how to market yourself and keep your brand, you know, on par with your art, then I think that that's easy in today's world.
The coffee service is going to be for teachers and staff only. We're going to be doing it on Fridays, and we're going to be serving coffee, lattes, chai tea, etc. And we're also going to be making pastries and stuff. Like right now we're working on our gluten-free options for anyone that needs it. But yeah, just have your orders in by Friday, have the receipt.
My favorite memory in this class has to be from the first day that I came to Advanced Culinary, which was when I realized that I had most of my friends in this class. So we're like a big family, so it was just a lot of fun. And then I learned that we were going to be cooking a lot more in catering, so it was a lot of fun.
My favorite thing would probably have to be our final for Culinary 1, which was a chocolate souffle.
And what do you like about this class?
You get to hang out with your friends, make pastries.
I think that it's a really good class, honestly, because you're learning how to cook, and what you mainly want to strive for in this class is to really just learn the basics, and if you want to go into the food service, this is a good class to do.
I love this class. Last year when I was a sophomore, I took Culinary 1, and I was in love with the class. The teacher's really good, the experience is really fun. There's a lot of really funny and hilarious moments that can happen sometimes. And also, I mean, it helps. Like when you're out on your own and stuff, you're kind of gonna wish you took culinary because it can help you out when you're on your own. If you want to come to this class but you're scared to, do it, because you are really going to enjoy this class.
I love you, but please.
I love you, but please.
All right.
Thank you, and you're good.
Good morning, pilots. My name is Tatiana Salins.
And I'm Gabriela Valcido, and this is your
Piece of News. Don't forget that we are still collecting Easter supplies and diapers for the rescue mission.
Make sure to clear your calendar for Tuesday, April 25th. During lunchtime, there will be a student town hall meeting with Dr. Leck and Miss Hooper. Now let's kick it on over to Sports with Geneva.
Good morning, pilots. I'm Geneva Pfeiffer, and I'm here with your weekly sports update. On Wednesday, both JV White and varsity lacrosse teams played San Diego High, varsity winning 8-6 with Bailey Geller with 6 goals. This may be no surprise to some of you. Last weekend, the archery team placed third in the Olympic Archery in Schools California State Championship on April 1st, with Lily Lucero receiving 2 gold medals. Claudia Sanchez recently competed all-around OP gymnastics and placed on every event. She received third on vault, bars, and beam, and fourth on floor. She placed third all-around. Way to go, Claudia. Good luck to all the teams. Now back to the studio.
While many of us are probably stressing out about getting those grades up, our next story provides a little motivation.
A New Jersey teen, Afama White-Thorpe, recently found out that she got into all 8 Ivy League schools. It doesn't hurt that she was student body president and won multiple writing competitions. For most of us, getting into just one Ivy League would be pretty amazing and are usually reach schools.
Afoma wants to study biology and hopes to be a cardiologist at whichever school she ends up going to.
Now let's go pop it, lock, and drop it with pop culture.
Hey, it's Kaseba.
And Bridget.
And here's what's poppin' in pop culture. Last week, Netflix debuted a new 13-part series called 13 Reasons Why. Have you seen it?
Of course, who hasn't?
I know, right? It's pretty great. You all should watch it when you have the chance.
R.I.P. Hannah Baker. On to other news. This weekend in the UK, Shia LaBeouf's new movie, Man Down, was premiered.
Bridget, guess how much money was made from those tickets?
I don't know, a couple million?
No, only one person bought a ticket, which was $8.
One person? Oh my god.
Guess he's the man down today.
That's what's poppin' in pop culture.
Peace out, pilots.
That's all for today, ladies. I'm Tati.
And I'm Gabby.
Have a fly day, pilots.
Hey Warhawks, many of you may be unfamiliar with this hidden classroom. Here in room 412, amazing and unique learning is happening. We are all here at Madison to prepare us for a successful future. Skills needed for that are different for each student. Mr. Wall is a teacher here at Madison who has a credential to work with students who have moderate to severe disabilities.
The best way to describe our program is we are working toward the future. Our students are just like any other student in the school. We're a part of the school. We do academics, we do domestic skills, we do vocational, we do recreational, but the main thing we like to do is socialize.
Students in room 412 are not only working on their academic skills, but they love to work on their art skills as well. These students attend an adapted version of PE where learning team participation, fitness, and lifelong healthy lifestyles are taught. Daily life skills such as doing the laundry or brushing your teeth are practiced every day. Mr. T, along with other remarkable aides, get the privilege to work with these students. To them, it's a labor of love, rather than just a job.
I love this job. This is one of my favorite jobs that I've ever had, and I wouldn't change it for the world. The reason why I got into this job because I also have a brother who has autism, so I pretty much know what the bases are with these kids and how they function and all that.
Mr. Wall, along with skilled classroom aides, provide our Warhawks learning through community-based learning. For example, instead of learning algebra and quadratic equations, students in Mr. Wall's class can use their math skills at our local taco shop on Tuesdays to pay for their meal and make sure they get the correct amount of change. In addition to community-based learning, these students learn how to make their own money for their club called Circle of Friends. They spend their fourth period providing a clean campus for us while funding for their club at the same time. All of these students have unique personalities. Meet Trevor. Trevor is one of the happiest students on campus. Trevor understands you when you talk to him, but he doesn't use his speech to communicate back. Instead, his favorite form of communication is to give a friendly elbow bump. Feel free to approach, pass on an elbow bump, or just get to know some of these amazing students here at Madison. This is Kaylee Hemmer and Delana Guyon signing off for the Hawkeye News.
She loves me. It's just her way of showing that she cares.
Sometimes we argue, but every couple argues.
I can take it. It doesn't bother me that much. I think she loves me.
1 in 3 high school students is a victim of physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner. Recognize the signs and call these numbers to get the help you need.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks so much. You're a kind gentleman.
Of course.
How's it going? Hi, it's going well. How are you doing? Good. Well, good. Like a mocha, please. A mocha? Decaf. A decaf mocha? Yes. You know what? Make that two. Two mochas? Yes. All right, your total is $5.38. Okay, great.
And here's your change.
Thank you so much.
And that will be right out for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, Jen. Hey, I had you on my mind today, and so I just want to get you this coffee.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've had such a stressful day and this just lightens it up so much.
I'm so glad that I could help. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Oh, thanks.
Have a great
Take care.
one. Thank
Bye.
you, you too. Bye. Hey, Matt, Tim, you guys want to go for a walk?
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Tim, that girl looks like she's about to jump. What do we do? How do we help her?
Should we call 911?
Yes, hurry, hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh my gosh. Hurry, call.
I was seeing him for about a week. When he asked, I was nervous, but I could trust him. Couldn't I? He begged me, send it, send it, send it. I mean, it's just the two of us. Who would see it? Then again, I snapped back to reality. I'm not a fool. I know better. Snap back to reality. Sending to one is sending to many.
done.
They are selfless, they are brave, and they are willing. These people fought for our safety and for our well-being. Yet over 200,000 American veterans still call the streets their home each night.
Like families that just weren't strong enough to be there for their people, and they abandoned them. So then people come back, and here they're expecting, they're expecting a family, loved ones, and there's nobody there.
We owe these men and women a debt we can never fully repay. With your help, we can create a better life for these heroes.
The transition process out of the military sometimes is hard for people because you go from having everything taken care of to nothing. And far too frequently there isn't that proper transition period. And that's what a lot of this is although the transition period is been a pretty long time for some of these folks, we're still just trying to get them to where they can be, regular civilians again. These guys and gals should actually come through this place completely set up and ready to be helped if they're willing to take the help and they're willing to use the help.
Every veteran has a story. We take a stand for veterans who stood for our freedom. Get involved at ncstanddown.org.
Please, prove to them that you care.
Every single day, thousands of people go shopping for groceries and other consumer items. Rather than considering alternative uses for these items, the general population just tosses them into the garbage without considering that this trash destroys all signs of nature around it. But if we go back to that moment before throwing the trash out and place it within our house for later use, we will be making everything dual purpose while saving the environment. So let's all reuse and save our planet together.
Are you followed by a cloud of wasted energy? People spend about 10.4 hours a year staring at an open fridge. 70% of your electricity bill is a result of the heater. There are small things you can do to turn this around. Keep the door open no longer than necessary. Lower your thermostat just 2 degrees during winter to save 6% of CO2 emissions.
We have the power today to save tomorrow.
This is the Outlet Face. It is shocked by learning that California has one of the lowest energy consumption rates in the United States. Being the most populated state in the U.S., we have imported more electricity than any other state and used more than 34 million watts of energy since 2012. So, what can we do to reduce this use of power even more? Take a few seconds to unplug or turn off any electronics that are not being used. If we can do this every day, we can save energy to power the future.